Welcome to Entrepreneurs Conquering the World, how to build a global audience and profit from it. With your host, Carmen Ring.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Entrepreneurs Conquering the World. I am Carmen Ring, your host, and today I have with me a wonderful lady, wonderful friend, and a great business person. Her name is Lisa Lent. Welcome, Lisa. Lisa is the founder and owner of a multinational industry-leading supplement drinks company, and she is right now acting in 5 countries and growing. Oxylent is an award-winning daily multivitamin that you can enjoy in one refreshing drink. Lisa's vision is to improve the well-being of others, and she turned that into a global mission. As I said, she's active in 5 countries so far and still growing. But let's welcome Lisa together and let her tell us more about everything. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to our show.
Hello. Thank you, Carmen. Lovely to be here, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of your panel. It has definitely been an exciting and wonderful experience starting Oxylent. It actually all began in 2000. While based in London, I was flying internationally for work. I actually was on an airplane because I was a flight attendant, and I started experiencing chest pains. And I actually learned later that they were I had multiple blood clots in my lungs known as pulmonary embolus. I immediately sought medical treatment, and I began to explore what factors may have contributed to my deterioration of my health and well-being. And I was in my 20s, so I considered my lifestyle was a contributing factor. I learned that low oxygen, cabin pressure, dehydration could all be different types and lead to different types of health issues. It was then that I began to search the world for the ultimate supplement that could support my well-being and the stressful environment I had been living in. So that really inspired the inspiration behind Oxylent. And because I couldn't find a supplement that was specific for my needs, I was able to approach leaders in the industry, and Oxylent was created. So anyone that has taken an idea from conception to fruition knows it does take the support of mentors and friends to survive a long journey like this. Mm-hmm. I credit the guidance from nutritional companies in the industry with nurturing vital success. I've been very fortunate to have wonderful mentors and people around me that have been very supportive in the journey. And just been wonderful experience. We have been in business about 8 years now.
That's wonderful. And, I do admire your business. When I met you, I think it was just starting to get internationally, many years ago. Since our summit here, our video series is focused on in the international market, would you mind telling us at what point you decided to take your business internationally, and how did that go?
So because I was living in London when I actually experienced the blood clots, I have always had this global and international perspective. And in fact, I have a Norwegian mother. We spent our summers in Norway growing up. So I've always looked at the world globally, and I have never really been afraid of looking at the big picture when thinking about sales and growing the business.
I see. And, I suppose, just like growth in every business, whenever you grow, you face some challenges, which obviously you're able to overcome. Can you tell us about that? Like, what challenges do you overcome? What challenges do you face and you have to overcome when you grow your business internationally?
That's a great question. Well, each country has specific needs. They have specific regulations and requirements, especially with a product like Oxylent. It's a nutritional product. So we have to investigate what those requirements are, and we work together with the company that would like to import our brand to ensure our product is under the correct guidelines and regulations of the specific needs for the countries. The other topic that comes up when you're working internationally are cultural differences, currency exchange, and language barriers. Fortunately, because of my experience traveling around the world, I definitely learned, there's specific ways and very delicate ways you approach certain culture and in business and in, every relationship. So you always take note of where you are. It definitely helps to learn some of the local languages, or some of the words for local languages. And it's been a wonderful experience, though. Everybody is so global in their thinking with the people we work with that there hasn't really been any challenges other than just follow the guidelines.
And do you travel yourself to all of these countries, when you first opened the market, or did you go in person to every single one of these countries?
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things, in fact, to show up and represent our brand. We are really focused on quality and formulation, and our product has actually received multiple awards because of that. So I love to present the brand myself, and I actually enjoy traveling quite a bit. So I always show up. In fact, we're launching in London in July, and so we're planning a trip now.
So that's going to be your 6th country?
Yes.
Okay, that's great news. Expanding, always expanding. Congratulations. Now, how do you handle communication? Some of the countries you're in is China, Dubai, right? So, I assume a lot of them do speak English, but I suppose you also have some customers, or stores or cities that don't speak English. So how do you handle that? Other than learning the few words you said, in every language.
Yes, well, fortunately, because of the internet and computers, if there ever is a challenge with language, thanks to Google Translate and things like that, you can communicate via email just with simple translation. In person, you can always hire a translator, of course, and we have been very fortunate. The people we work with speak English and have been, very well versed in the English language.
Now, when you sell in other countries, the packaging or, the instructions and all that, are those translated or everything is in English on your product?
Yes, great question. That is part of the regulatory requirements that some countries, for example, Dubai and the UK, the UK has specific needs with supplement facts and the way that those are reflected. So there's a change to our US packaging for that. But the Dubai will have a language change as well on the packaging.
Is that the only one so far? The only country so far?
Yes, New Zealand, of course, takes our product as is, and China is taking our product as is, and Ireland is taking our product as is, except for the requirements for supplement fact and a few label changes.
I see. And yeah, obviously, I know your website is in English, and I don't know, as you expand, I see you're always growing, and as you expand maybe to non-English speaking countries, I assume your decision of translating the labels and everything is based on the regulations of the country. So it's not necessarily a personal choice, it's more like a mandatory choice.
Correct. We work together with the importer to ensure all the needs are met specific to their country.
And the marketing is done through your website. And do you do local marketing too? Like, I don't know, like TV commercials or anything locally in those countries?
We have done different things in the past, advertising in wellness magazines, for example. Because of the multiple awards we've received, we've actually had a lot of attention in the magazines for that reason, because we've been winners of these awards, calling out the formulation and quality. We have done different things in the way of, we have commercials on YouTube. We do use a lot of social media for our advertising. At this point, we're very focused on store support and sampling in customers' hands. So more of our budgeting goes towards giving samples to our customers and potential customers.
Oh, and talking about stores, can you tell us some of the stores in the US where we can find Oxalate? I know you work with some very big names, but I'm going to let you name them.
Yes, thank you. We're very proud we are available in Whole Foods Market, which is a very large nutritional wellness chain in the US. They offer a lot of organic and sustainable foods, so they're very well respected in this country. The Vitamin Shop is a national brand. It has over 800 stores in the US, and they're in Canada as well. And we're very proud to offer our product at the Vitamin Shop. And another large chain is called Sprouts, which is a grocery and also has a very large health food section and nutritional section. And they have over 200 stores. And then multiple independent accounts, small, we call them mom and pop, but independent stores love our brand as well.
And of course, you have the online sales, like when somebody can just order from you, right?
Yes. We work together with a marketing company in creating a successful search engine optimization. So when people plug in keywords like quality and multivitamin, our product comes up. So
would you say your online sales are like a big portion of your business, or you run mostly out of the store sales?
At this point, I'd say we sell more at the actual health food store, mainly because our product is so well loved and respected that the staff member will recommend our brand when people are actually coming in looking for a high quality multivitamin. And it is enjoyable because it is a drink. I have a drink right here. And so, people who, don't enjoy swallowing pills or are tired of swallowing pills, maybe never felt any different, often will look for a multivitamin like ours that's like a liquid delivery. So it's more enjoyable and easier absorbed as well.
Yeah, and I know Oxylent is also recommended by the American Association for Pregnancy, right? Because you have a prenatal version of it, which I recently started looking into since I'm pregnant. So I know it's approved. So I think you do have, all the support of the medical and all, to provide and to prove the quality of your product. There's no doubt about it, no question. So now we know you already told us in July you're going to launch in London. Other than that, what are the next steps for your business? How are you, some short and long-term goals?
So we're very focused on expanding our market. We actually are speaking with another large chain here called Vitamin World. They have about 380 stores. So we just received word that they're going to be bringing us in soon. So we are working on ensuring our current accounts are very well supported with receiving, again, a lot of samples and training and education for their staff. But just really growing our accounts worldwide. We do also have new formulas planned that we plan on launching later this year.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm happy to see this business growing and growing, because ever since I met you, I know how much time and effort and passion you put into it. I've had the pleasure to come with you at your warehouse and at your office there, a few years ago when I visited you in California. So I'm so happy to see that it's constantly growing, constantly growing. Now, so obviously you have a very successful business. Now, if you'd be to name one thing, out of, I know it takes a lot of factors and a lot of things to grow, to develop and grow such a business that you started from zero. I'm going to come back to this. I would actually like you, and remind me if I forget, I'd like you to explain the name of it. I know where it comes from, but I want you to explain the name Oxylent. But before that, tell me, if you'd have to choose one factor that had the most impact in creating the success of your business, what would that be?
One thing, that's tough. One thing I would say is if you create something, it needs to be the best quality available. When you offer a product that is the best quality, a lot of your competition goes away. So I think us staying focused on offering the highest quality ingredients and formulations that work synergistically in your body has been a wonderful thing to focus on. Again, we have received awards for our quality and formulation, and we're very proud of that. So when people try our product, they love it and they want to have it again and again. So with the quality, you create repeat customers. And, in one thing that has also second thing that's been so important, I have to just add this, is your focus on quality product, and a quality team. So when you have a quality product and a quality team, the sky is the limit. Everything, what we do, I could have never done it by myself or alone, nor would I have wanted to. So, the people around you, when they are at the level of, and have that quality expectation in themselves and the product and everything they offer, I think that is one of the keys to creating a successful business.
And talking about the people around you, is there anybody in your team or, around you that has supported this and that's been with you since the beginning, and it still is I know you've been there. I know it's your idea. It's your baby. That's not a baby anymore. It's really growing. Has there been somebody that's been with you during the whole journey?
Yes, actually, which is remarkable. Because mainly it takes a really special person, or a special type of person that will work a business from the ground up. A startup is definitely not easy. You go through so many different levels and experiences of making a mistake and having to go back and rework it and learn from it. Not everybody wants to experience those kind of challenges. Some people just want things cut and dry, and they want to do the same things every day. The value that a startup business offers is, because of those constant challenges, nothing is ever the same. So it definitely makes for an exciting experience, but also a very specific type of person that can handle that journey. And in fact, I've been so fortunate. I've had my sister with me for the last 8 years. Another girl who started when she was 23 years old, has grown up with us. She's become my right-hand woman. She's amazing. The commitment and loyalty that it takes, you become like a family. We have another girl here who's our event coordinator, has been with us since the beginning. And also my current business partner, who has stood by me from the beginning, where he started as a friend. And as the company started growing, I said, well, maybe you want to put your name on this business because there's something here, And, they've just stood by this brand and myself, which I feel very grateful for. And we've also had a lot of support in the industry because of my story, because I came from flight attendant background, health issues. I was a person who wanted to help others, a very innocent approach in creating this brand. We've had a lot of support from companies like Amazing Grass, Nordic Naturals, Vibrant Health, Sovereign Silver. We've met their VPs and their owners at trade shows when we've traveled, and they've really loved, the story and what we do, and supporting a great quality product like they do. Because a lot of I should be thoughtful in this saying this, but some companies will focus more on profit, and when you do that, you can sacrifice quality, and that's nothing we would ever consider when you're consuming a product or anything we would create, of course.
And how about mentors? Did you have somebody mentoring you in this process?
Yes. Well, luckily, my business partner owns a very large nutraceutical company, so he's been an amazing mentor as well as a silent partner, in the sense that I've been here at the company every day on my own, where he's offsite running his own business. But the coaching that I've received from him has been amazing. Also, our mutual friend, Adam Markel, I had the great fortune of attending his courses, Peak Potentials, and that's where we met, which has been a wonderful gift, and meeting amazing people. And I actually just received his book because I ordered it on Amazon. He mentioned Oxalent and my stories a couple of times in his book, so I'm so grateful. So Pivot, it's a great story for people who want to change careers and reinvent their life and their career. So I recommend his book, of course, but Adam Markel, as you know, those courses with Peak Potentials have been phenomenal in business coaching.
Yeah, those are great courses for business, and I do recommend them to everybody in our audience. In fact, I think a lot of our audience is familiar with Peak Potentials or New Peaks, their new brand now. And I know Adam Merkel is a fan of Oxylent also, because at many events he even promoted Oxylent from stage. And so, I'm not surprised at all. By the way, my copy of that book, it's in the mail. It didn't come yet, but I did order it. So I am really excited to read it. Now, just coming back to, maybe this should have been the question to start with, but can you tell us the name Oxylent? Because, and it's important for me that you share this, because I do want everybody to understand that you are the heart and the soul, and you started that business and you're still in it. And I don't want to say on your own, because I know you have a great team behind you, and Stephanie, your sister, I know she had a lot of input, but you've been there every single day. You put your effort and everything. So just explain the name, please.
Yes, so Oxylent is a play on words. It can also have a double meaning, of course. Oxylent is excellent, and it has a nice ring, easy to remember. But when we were creating the name, I was working with my business partner, and we were trying to reflect the oxygenating factor in our product, because there's an ingredient called SOD, superoxide dismutase. It's actually a natural occurring enzyme in our bodies, but as we age, it declines. So SOD actually helps convert free radicals like toxins into oxygen and water. So you actually drink this and you can feel a nice boost of energy, but it's from nutrients. There's no caffeine, no sugar, nothing artificial. And so we were thinking oxygen this, oxy that, oxy, whatever. And then he said, what about Oxylent? And I just thought, oh my gosh, you are brilliant, because my last name is Lent, for those who don't know or don't recall in the beginning. So Oxylent, it has my name in it. So just kind of a fun thing.
So it's you and your sister, Stephanie Lenz. She has the same last name, but I know it's you. So your brand totally identifies with you, and I just want to make it clear for everyone that you, with your own efforts and powers, you started from being a flight attendant to growing this multinational company, and it's in 5 countries. In a couple of months, it's going to be in 6, and then it's just the growth from there. It's just going to keep growing. Now, and I say this, I keep re-saying this, because maybe some of the people watching us now, they do want, they have an idea, or they already started a business, and they would like to, to be where you are, or to take it on the international market, but maybe they are afraid, or they feel they don't know how to do it. So do you have an advice for them? What would you tell to somebody who's at that stage yet? Because I'm sure you had some fears that you just had to overcome and, work through.
Yes. Well, there's definitely some different aspects of your question. Everybody has fear. That's a normal emotion, I think. There are definitely some things I tell myself along the way, like who's going to care in 100 years, even if we failed, in 100 years, it would be okay. So I think that, when you are considering starting a company, it's very important to have education, in a sense where business courses like Peak Potentials, college, university degree, of course, very helpful. Experience is definitely very useful in the sense of business experience where you've worked at another company, you understand the ins and outs. Because for myself, I walked into this without a lot of that. So it's been a lot of on-the-job training, so to speak, which has made for some of the process to be very stressful. But in saying that, I've been very fortunate to meet the right people along the way. There definitely needs to be some trust and some trust in the universe, so to speak, where you understand that the right information will come to you. Also, something as simple as common sense has come in incredibly handy. Confucius says common sense is not common, and I have found that to be true. Working with a team, you don't always aren't able to find that always very easily. But things that have helped me: common sense, gut instinct, following or finding great mentors and coaches. And also, we haven't talked about this very much, but things like meditation can help with stress levels, can also help with, divine guidance and information coming to you that you need. And also, again, I said, trusting your gut instinct. Thanks to the internet, I mean, we are so fortunate with information being at your fingertips. There's always, you can find consultants, coaches, information. Start by looking at the internet and follow, see where that path takes you, because there's so much information, again, right at your fingertips. And because the internet is global, we are able to do business internationally. People are able to find you internationally, which makes it just so much easier than it was 30 years ago. So I definitely say to people, don't be afraid, just think global when you think.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, obviously internet makes everything so much easier. And, in terms of, at least in terms of promotion, you still have to handle the logistics and all that. But in terms of promotion, which is, one of the main factors in the growth of a business, internet is definitely a big tool. Now, I know there's another part of your business that's also international, and, it's just coming from your huge heart. You also have a charity associated with your business, Vitamin Angels. Do you want to tell us about that a little bit?
Yes, of course. I think one of my main drives as to why I hope and want to be, incredibly successful in my life is not only to help people with their own health and wellness, because I think many people are nutrient deficient because of our food is GMO or has been compromised, but also to give back. I'm finding, the older I get, the more aware I get of what's actually happening in the world and how can we help. So one of my friends said to me maybe 5 years ago, she said, you're nothing without a cause. And it really stuck with me. And since then, I have felt that not only do I want to help one cause, but I'd like to help them all. So Vitamin Angels in particular resonated very much with us because they actually give life-saving nutrients like vitamin A, which may help with childhood blindness, to third world countries, as well as in the US, they distribute their vitamins. And so since the beginning, we found them right away because they actually have a very strong presence in the nutraceutical world. And we partnered with them very early on and started sending over part of every box, proceeds from every box, to Vitamin Angels. And I mean, 25 cents buys like 3 doses of vitamin A. So I believe it's about 3 doses of vitamin A. I'm not exactly sure what program everybody's on, but it's something as simple as vitamin A deficiencies can really help or really cause major issues. So they just work on ensuring nutrients are distributed throughout especially the third world countries.
And that's wonderful from you. I wouldn't have expected anything different from you, knowing you, and you have such a huge heart. I'm not surprised at all of this project you are involved in. And, talking about gifts and being generous, I know you also have a gift and you're going to be very generous with our audience as well. Do you want to tell us about that too?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. So anyone who listened today, we are offering a buy one, get one free in the USA. So if you would like to either call us direct, 877-OXYLENT, OXYLENT, or email us, sales@OXYLENT. If you buy one, we will send you a box for free. And you have my story on the side. And it actually comes in these little packets. So it's quite easy to receive your daily multivitamin. You just add it to water, tastes great, really refreshing, and you don't even know it's a vitamin. It actually absorbs instantaneously through your mouth and in your body.
Okay, so that's a wonderful gift. Thank you so much, Lisa. So take advantage, buy one, get one free for a limited time, OXYLENT. Remember, this is valid just in the US. We do cover the shipping in the US. Now, for our audience who is not in the US, we also have something for them too, right? We're not gonna let them outside.
Yes, we wanted to direct you to our website. If you go onto oxylent.com, oxylent.com, go to each product page, and there are Learn More tabs, and there's a wealth of information about how you can ensure you're receiving your daily nutrients and what you need to receive daily so you have a great life and a healthy life.
And can they, outside the offer of buy one, get one free, can somebody from another country still order Oxylent?
Absolutely. We have some companies we work with, e-tailers online that will ship internationally. One is called iHerb, IHERB.com, iHerb. And also healthmonthly.co.uk is a UK company that will ship anywhere in Europe as well.
Okay, so there you go. You can enjoy the Oxylent products even if you are outside the US. Of course, this is a multinational company, and Lisa is making sure that everybody around the globe can get the benefits of Oxylent. Well, Lisa, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you for sharing your story with us and some of your tricks and some of your secrets, in terms of team, in terms of managing stress, like you said, with meditation. I'm sure a business like yours can cause a lot of stress, and it's very important to be on top of managing it. I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon. Maybe at another business event that we attend together, or at some personal big event in our lives that we can meet. I know we're so far away. I'm in New York, you're in California, and I haven't seen you in 2 years since your last trip to New York.
Yes, I'll make a point to see you for sure. Next time I come, I'll take you to lunch or something and meet your baby.
We'll do that. Yep, I'm gonna have my baby at the end of the middle of the summer. August 4th is my due date. So, well, thank you so much for being in our show. It was a pleasure having you here. For all my audience, go check out Lisa's website. Take advantage of her offer. Send her an email. Her website is actually has very good information. You can find a lot of answers there. And I will see you all in our next episode. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching Entrepreneurs Conquering the World with your host, Carmen Ring.